Hello. Happy Friday to Chris and Ed. What's up? I am having a great day. Welcome to the best DGA stream out. Yeah, we don't have a Ben today. So we're already a little bit behind, in the talent department. What's up, Tex? But I'll do my best. This whole thing started as just me. How long have we been doing this? This is an interesting. I actually think it was the beginning of 2021. It was kind of a 2021 initiative. Oh, does the title say Tyler and Ben? That's funny. I think it was actually the beginning of 2021. I presented to the team like, "Hey, I would like to not only go live more often, but like in a perfect scenario, I'd like to have a scheduled stream that we did every week, on the same day at the same time." And I think we just kind of started doing it on Fridays. Oh, I remember for a while it was really hard because I was living in Wichita and the timing was really difficult. The bandwidth for like 4 hours in the evening was terrible there. And we just couldn't stream. Sorry, Ed. Actually, when I saw your comment 2 minutes ago, I was like, I wonder if I could call him. It might be a little too late to pull in on short notice, but he is in a tournament that he thought he would get back in time for, but there's been several backups, and he's just finishing. He will be finishing soon, so probably not back in time to make the live stream. We need to have you on again, though, soon, Ed. But I think we've been doing DGA Live for over a year. Actually, if you'll permit me, I'm just gonna look. Let me see if I can go to our live videos and then just scroll back. Oh, I can just go all the way to the last page. Wow. Okay, DGA Live. June of 2020. Wow. So summer of 2020, I started doing live streams. And it looks like, yeah, a few per month. I'm guessing there's going to be a gap in there where we didn't because of the internet stuff. But yeah, it honestly looks like, give or take. Oh my gosh, this would make that 2 years. June 8th of 2020. It's now June 17th of 2022. June 8th was 2020 was our first one. I went live with Scott. Wow, that is really exciting to me. Like as a content creator, there's two ways to look at it. I'm sorry, but it's hard not to be like, man, we've done this so consistently. It feels like there should be more people. It should be more successful right now. We've been doing it so consistently for so long. But that is only one way to measure success. There's the success of having an initiative and sticking to it for 2 years. There's the success of, for me personally, getting to hang out with you guys and just chat to end my work week every week. It's always something that sometimes not if there's a lot going on or if there's a lot to pull together for the live stream. But every time when we start live streaming, it's always something that I enjoy and almost always look forward to. You found an old Proline torrent? That's fun. Tex is one of the OGs. I remember the Thursday night lagathons. Was it Thursday? So we were doing it Thursday nights. Interesting. Yeah. Well, what a ride. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being part of these. It is honestly a privilege to be able to stream and chat and hang out with DGA fans. I love talking about DGA discs. When you guys tell me about something that you're liking recently, or have a question for me about molds or shots in my bag or whatever like that. Hey, Ryan. Um, that's one of my favorite things, because I spend all day every week, you know, thinking about our discs, our baskets, our brand, and like, how can I get the word out to more people? That's kind of what consumes my mind daily and nightly. Frankly, we've got the best discs. They're probably better than anybody else's discs. Frankly. Wow, sorry. That triggered something. Get to that in a second. Great way to end the work week. Always look forward to Fridays. Same. For sure. So if you guys have something, if you guys have a comment about DGA discs or a question, that's my favorite thing. I could talk about them for a long time. Very long time. Recently, I have been dialing back my, speaking of disc golf, dialing back my power more and more and more. When you start out, it's like throw harder and harder and harder to try and get farther and farther and farther. And that does kind of work up to a certain point. But what I wish that I would have, I played this game for a long time now, like 14 years or something. What I wish that I would have dialed in on as a goal isn't farther, farther, farther. It would be like straighter, straighter, straighter. You know, like more accurate, more accurate, more accurate. It's harder to say than farther, farther, farther. Because now I find myself a decade later just like, gosh, I mean, screw throwing it far. I'm tired of hitting trees. Like, I'll give you 100 feet. You can just cut 100 feet off my average distance if I can hit a line, and I will trade you that immediately. The good news is you can almost do that, because think about it, like a normal fairway size gap, if you go from 100% to 80% power, a little more accurate, but reduce it to the ridiculous. I mean, how 10% power, like if you stood on a tee box and just like lopped it out in front of you 50 feet, you could hit your line, you know, every single time. So there is some sort of bell graph where, you could be about as accurate as you want to be, and you're trying to balance accuracy and power. Obviously, that's the constant struggle. But I've been just fine. I dialed that back quite a bit at the end of 21, beginning of 22. But lately I've dialed, so I feel like I went from like where I would say I'm throwing max power, like 90% effort. I went down to like 75%. Started throwing a lot of tremors, sails around that time. And then like started hitting lines. I'm like, this is so exciting. So now we've got the Vortex, and I'm like 50%ing some of these shots and like having the most fun that I have in years. Because the secret is a full power, rift might go the same distance as a 50% Vortex. I'm speaking off the cuff here, so don't quote me on that, but you get the idea. Like a full power, slower disc versus a half power, faster disc with some glide. And you can guarantee you get your line a lot more often and still get some distance on it. So it's been very, very fun. Okay, all right. That's my opening rant. And what did I miss? Let's talk about how the Vortex might be the best new disc of any manufacturer in 2022. Man, I've seen so much excitement about it, and I'm starting to get because I'm one of the points of contact, right, for DGA. Because I'm on the live stream and I'm in the commercial, so people will message me and say, hey, I just got this pipeline and oh my gosh, and what else should I try next? That's been a pretty consistent part of my life for the last 3 years, right? Somebody saying, I just got this pipeline, or I picked up a Rift at my local shop and oh my gosh, it's so good. What should I try next? But I've started seeing that swing so heavy to vortexes. People are tagging us on Instagram. They're messaging saying like, vortex, vortex, vortex. And if that's any indication, which it is, then I think you might be right. Adam says, hang on. Let me put this back up there, Adam. Does SP plastic tend to be more understable than Proline? No, not at all. In fact, when I was getting my first boxes of DGA 3 years ago, I was asking those same questions like, okay, what is an SP pipeline? Is that always going to be more overstable than a Proline pipeline? And both of those are going to be more overstable than a D line. I'm just I wanted those rules, those boxes, to fit in so I could kind of understand the plastic line. But frankly, it is not that cut and dried. SP is not always more overstable than Proline. And then D-line, there's no direct relationship in stability. There are there are the relationships of the molds themselves, yes, for sure. But run to run, plastic to plastic in the same mold, it's an art, not a science, and they're gonna be slight variations, which I think is one of the most fun things about it. Because I'll jump ahead in the broadcast a little bit. The new SP Flex pipeline is just a tick more overstable than the other pipelines that I've thrown. Like, I can throw this hard and it's going straight like a pipeline does, but it's not turning to the right and it's still fading out pretty good. But usually after a run comes out, it is, understood where it fits kind of in the grand scheme of things. So you have but to ask about a specific run if you're interested. Finesse game, it depends on the disc. This was during my rant. My full power is like most players' 20% power now. Yeah, I hear you. Disc Golf Luke, what's up? I'm loving the Tempest and Bonsai a lot lately. Yeah, so, okay, well. The Tempest has always been my go-to max distance, but because of my journey into some more understable stuff, slower speed, understable stuff, like the sail, I'm finding that I'm getting better distances. Well, you guys saw my post. Terry Miller didn't believe me, obviously, but I finally broke I think I may have broke 500 before, long time ago, when I went out like 6 or 7 times in a row with that as my goal, and did it with a crazy lucky wind ride on some old fast driver. But I went out with the Vortex, not with that as a goal. There was like 25 miles an hour wind. I'm in a dead flat field, and I'm trying to do that thing where the wind's coming over your shoulder, back left to front right, and you throw this straight up in the air, knife, like leaned totally almost perpendicular to the ground, Anheuser, straight up, and it falls for 100, 200 feet out of the air before it actually pans out, and then the wind just takes it. By that time, it's moving so fast. And to accomplish that, you need two things. You need a disc that is both super understable, that will be able to keep turning into that wind and won't fade out, and then also glidey, because by the time it gets halfway through its life, it's like, in a lot of cases, it's 20 feet off the ground, and it's just pushing straight, and it'll go until it stops gliding. So if you have a really glidey disc, you can do some cool things. So that's what I've been thinking about this video with Ben, where we challenge people to break their max distance record. This is the vortex. You could tell there's a battle because it's like half power, super accurate, but also max power. You can break your PR for your distance, so you can do all kinds of stuff with it. But I want to make a video where we go out and we show people, we give them a tutorial. Don't just say, hey, go through a vortex and break your distance, max distance guaranteed, because that's not, you need to know how to do it. So we show them, hey, this is how to set it up. And this is how to throw it, and then watch. And then you will get, you know, your max distance by something. Christo just did it. Man, I got to get that video out. Well, no, he didn't. He was like 15 feet shy of his max distance with a 7-speed vortex than he ever was. And I think it was the 12-speed hurricane that he got his max distance with. Okay. Can I borrow like $500? Yeah, sure. Just hit me up. I'll Venmo you. You threw a 380-foot pipeline shot yesterday. Oh, okay. So that's kind of goes back to the thing I started talking about with the Tempest. Like, the Tempest always has been the thing. If I big wide open, you know, disc golf fairway and I just want to get as far down there as possible, the Tempest is like the fastest, flippiest thing. But I don't think it has as much glide. Well, I mean, I know it doesn't have as much glide as like a pipeline. So you get to that point where you're like, I think I'd rather just throw the pipeline. It's a little slower, but it's going to go dead straight and it's just going to stay in the air. And you can actually accomplish greater distances at times, which is pretty interesting. Can we get a close-up on the hat? Is it new? It was a new team offering. We need to do something like this, though, for the general public. We have new hats, by the way. Darn it, I didn't put that picture in here. I'll get the picture. It's a little harder to run the live stream when I don't have a Ben, because when I do things like this, it's really obvious that I'm not paying attention anymore. I can get to this hat picture pretty quickly, though. Yeah, there we go. I'll just bring up all of them together. So here's a handful of the new hats that we're going to offer. I think there's a couple different variations of those, but that's the general idea. Some new stuff coming up. Ed Radakovitz, I have suggested the Vortex to about 10 people in my area, and I get nothing but positive feedback. That's nice. Proline Torrents are more overstable than SP Torrents. Yeah, I've got an SP in my bag that's a flippy guy at this point. I've had it in there for a couple years. Okay, here's some general wisdom from Ed. SP Bonsai less overstable than Proline. SP Squall more overstable than Proline Squalls. Yes, so just as an example that like SP to Proline isn't always a 1-to-1. The new SP Squall, by the way, is a great slot. If you're like in love with the Rift, you're like, I don't need a Squall. I've got the Rift. The new SP Squall is a great complement to any Rift because it's still pretty straight for mid-range with good glide, but it's got a much harder fade. And the Rift, sometimes if you throw it hard, you get a little bit of pop on it. It can just kind of hold that straight or even kind of keep turning a little bit. Adam says, I have a Bonsai signature disc. I was hoping it would be a little more stable for forehand, but still love it. The Bonsai and the ice plastic. Yeah, and for me, I think that's probably the most overstable Bonsai. If you're looking for a beefy forehand fairway, then you need to get up to the Tsunami or the Hellfire. The last run of pipelines were the most glidey. I had that amazing once-in-a-lifetime moment with the Shasta pipeline, but I haven't then thrown it too much after that, just out and about. Need larger hat sizes for those of us with bigger heads. Hey, I've got a very big head, Jeff. I got fitted for a custom hat one time. Long story short, it was part of a theater thing. It was a cowboy hat. And I go into this This lady has done this for her whole life. She's fitted thousands of heads, and she measures mine. And she goes, "Oh, wow." I'm like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Wow, you are a very long oval." Okay, well, that's a little, you know, what would you say, belittling. I don't know, condense my whole entire life into a weird shape. I'm a lot more things than that, lady. Okay. But apparently that's my head shape. Fresh haircut. Yep. I got the hairs cut for Am Worlds. Kelly and I are headed, he's headed out Sunday. I will be driving up Tuesday morning to be at Am Worlds. So if anybody's around, please come see us. Ed, I was heartbroken. I heard that you were going to come hang out and then just decided to work and make money for your family and whatever. Sep is thinking about coming down. Very excited to see him. Adam wants a Hellfire so sick. Yeah, I just we filmed a couple videos last Friday with Hellfires. Ball tie. Well, this is pretty close. About as close as you're going to get for a minute. Okay, so speaking of Am Worlds next week, we did just make the announcement about what our special releases were. Yesterday, we announced that we are dropping two things exclusive to Am Worlds. One is, okay, that's so small. Oh, that's just even worse. Hey, there we go. The SP Flex pipeline, which if you guys are familiar with the Phantom Estonian SP Flex pipeline, these are very, very similar. I am putting no effort into this. These are so flexy. It's really, it's honestly pretty wild how much flex they have. They feel, I am a huge sucker for flexi plastic. Look at this one. They're very domey too, as opposed. Really frustrating. Okay, hang on. Let's give it a second. Did we save it? Oh, I think we did. Yes. Okay. Man, that's frustrating, guys. So frustrating. I fixed it. I thought, this was crashing on me over the last couple days or last few broadcasts, and I found some help docs. I realized that it's probably my graphics driver, and the driver for my graphics card. So I updated that. I've updated vMix several times, testing it out before the stream. Everything's looking great. And then it crashes right in the middle. But luckily, I've got all these shortcuts set up because I think that the streams will time out. Like if I can't get the stream flowing back to Facebook and YouTube in a certain amount of time, the whole thing will time out. And then I have to make a new stream, which means a new link for you all to go try and find. But I can get it back up and running again in like 30 seconds or so. So we don't have to actually make a new stream link, but it's still so frustrating, like to just not know. I thought I had it figured out. All right, SEP has 23 discs to pick up. All hat, no cattle. Is that a Manchester thing, Sean? Chris says, so I heard that there will be no more SP Flex breakers ever. I hope this isn't true. Who told you that? You guys are wild with your The things that you hear and say to each other. Yes, Ryan, thank you for that, by the way. But I'm not, it's this webcam. Webcam in a bedroom office. What are you going to get? What are you going to do? Oh, maybe we could do this here. A little more light. That might help a bit. We'll see. Hey, Zach, what's up? Chris, I doubt that's true. Unless you heard that from like a DGA employee, like a me, Kelly, Caesar, Scott, then I doubt that's true. All hat, no cattle is a Western thing. All right. Isn't it interesting? I've always thought it interesting that it's Western. Like somebody from Texas, like we consider them Western. They're like, they should be Southern, but no, Southern is like the people in the Southeast. America's weird, right, Sean? All right, what were we talking? Oh, we were talking about the AM Worlds discs. Okay, so Super Flexi, only available at AM Worlds. So get there. It's in Evansville, Indiana. We're going to be there all week. We've got the DGA booth. We're going to have hundreds of discs down there. Me and Kelly are going. So if you're around, come say hi to us. We'll autograph stuff for you. I think Kelly and I should have a contest. Because neither one of us, I think our goal should be to like autograph 5 things. I think if 5 people ask us to autograph something over the whole week, then that will be a successful week. He's probably going to be looking more at like, sales and whatnot, but I'm going to keep my priorities straight. Texas doesn't know whether to be west, southwest, south, or northeast, but it's definitely Texas. And he fly fishes there, so he knows. Zach, wait, Zach, are you coming? I thought you said you're not. Oh, you're getting it from Sep. Okay, gotcha. We're here, been busy putting in, more disc orders. Yeah, so let's get through these because we have a bunch of stuff that you can actually go buy now or soon. But to just finish out the announcement, we also have these, frankly, amazing, just like absolutely sick Proline Swirl bonsais. And these are very stiff. It's very cool actually to see a stiff bonsai. The dead opposite of the flexi pipelines. So I'll put the same amount of pressure here. You can see that these are pretty darn stiff, very domey, so they are amazing flyers. Ben and I were out throwing them around the brickyard, and we feel like, just our unofficial review is that feels amazing in the hand. Little bit of flip up, but I mean just not really much high speed turn on these. These are your dead straight, throw them pretty hard, and then good amount of fade at the end. Pipeline glide, so nothing to worry about there. And then these have really cool hand feel because they're so stiff. Like I could see some people wanting to forehand these. Yeah, show the watermelon one. And this webcam is actually like just not even close to doing this disc justice, sadly. It's such a deep yellow and red. It's not coming out on the camera. It's kind of washed out, but it is. This will be the one probably in my bag once we finish making videos and stuff. But these are going a little farther, I think. So still pretty beefy, but it's got this really great glide we noticed. And I think it probably has a lot to do with the dome. So if you can get your hands on those, you're going to want to. They're going to be at AM Worlds all week. Kelly and I will be there with bells on. Make sure that you get there or find somebody who's going and get them bought. Little under 6-hour drive to AM Worlds. Come on. Hey, same for me, by the way. Should we carpool? Probably doesn't make sense. Well, you should drive 6 hours here, and then we can ride together. Come on, Luke. It's summer. You're a teacher. What are you even doing? Sign me up for that beef, says Brian Sanchez. Okay, but here we go. So I just dumped a bunch of pictures into a folder, and I'm going to just share them here, because you can't go, to discgolf.com and buy these two. These are special releases for AM Worlds, but we have been busy and absolutely getting in thousands and thousands of discs. So here, I don't know where this is at in the, this is just kind of running through all of them. There's a bunch of pictures in here, so I'll just call them out as we come across them. So we got Stone Steady BLs, Proline Tremors. Those have been a hot minute. We got the Blunt Gum Putt restocked. What? Proline Breakers restocked? Come on. This one is not available yet. Same with this one. SP Bonsai. Guys, this is crazy. Discgolf.com is the only disc golf website that you would ever need in your whole freaking life. Proline Hypercanes. You saw that. And we're back to the Stone Steady BLs. So you got to pay attention to discgolf.com. You got to get over there and start looking around, because in addition to these, I mean, we haven't even talked about Hellfires and Tempest and Sales and all kinds of other stuff that you can get on there right now. I'm just going to let this run for a second so you guys can see them. There's that. Maybe I can just put myself. Where's the slideshow? Oh, there it is. Here we go. Okay. Click this and then that. Hey, there we are. Hello. We're back. When are the SP Bonsais dropping? Probably. Oh, man, I was going to say next week, but Kelly and I are both at AM Worlds. It might be the week after next. I'm just showing this to tease. We are sending them to dealers as we speak. So they'll be at retail. We like to try and, give a few days heads up to our retailer network so that they have time to get them on their shelves before we launch them on discgolf.com, and then we're all kind of launching them at the same time. Yeah, after that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Kelly says, SP Bonsais are being debuted out at AM Worlds in their player packs, and then they will be live in stores and on our site in the coming week or two. So this is just a heads up. Those are coming. They're going to be sick. I haven't seen them yet. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had an SP Bonsai. I know we've done them as a limited release before, but yeah, I can't wait for them to be stock items. I love the icon on that too. That's so cool. Proline Hypercane, Stone Steady BL. That's a fun stamp too. Stone Steady. Proline Tremor. Man, I am going to get a stack of those, because like what I was saying at the top of the show, like this new, push for me, throwing a lot of Sales Tremors and Vortexes. Like, Tremors have been hard to find. I've got an Ice Flex Tremor from DGA Originals like over a year ago that has been my go-to, but man, Tremors will go. Like, Tremors will get up and go. They will stay in the air for a minute. So it is definitely possible to lose Tremors. I mean, like, you can have I've had the same breaker in my bag for a couple years, but that's a little bit more of a sure thing. Breakers are point and shoot, couple 100-foot discs. Tremors can get away from you. So it will be very fun to have a stack of those. A Granite Hurricane. That would be fun. It's definitely not like input out. It's not like making popcorn. You can't just throw something in the old disc molder and then spit out whatever you want. It's a little bit, it is a lot of science involved with it. And some plastics works better than others for certain molds. It would, though. I can imagine. All right. Discgolf.com. Lots of stuff. I mean, lots of stuff on there. Like I said, we've got the new hats. Which, those are gone because we crashed. I must have done that before we crashed. We might be crashing again, by the way. No promises. I wanted to show you, I'm going to post this tomorrow morning probably. And I forgot to put it in here, but I am doing that right now. DGPT ads. Okay, so here is... This is our ad for the Match Play Championships. I was not aware with our current partnership level that we actually don't have a placement in Match Play. So that's on me, but I spent a lot of time working. It seems like a simple idea, but it actually took a long time. It was very frustrating. I'll talk to you about it in a second. I was going to run this during Match Play starting today on DGN. Couldn't end up happening, so you guys are the only people that get to see it. I'll put it on our socials tomorrow. But here you go. DGA's ad for the Match Play Championships. Okay, DGA's official entry in the Match Play Championships. I'm going to read this whole thing before it burns my hand off. If you've been hearing about DGA discs a lot lately, that's because they're amazing. Let me tell you about 5 of them. The Hurricane, go-to distance driver. The Pipeline, fairway driver that's the most magically straight thing you've ever experienced, not to oversell it. The Katrina Allen Rift will replace your favorite mid-range. The Breaker's a workhorse, overstable approach putter. And the Steady, named after a company's founder and the founder of our sport, Steady Ed Hendricks. So, there you go. Please go and buy something from discgolf.com, and then I can still say that the time I spent working on that ad was worth it, because we'll attribute the source, the referral source will go to the Match Play ad that we showed during the live stream. I know how to work the analytics, guys. I'll put that on socials in the morning, but I was sad it couldn't make the live stream. It was such a silly idea. $32. There it is. 36 seconds. That's not bad. It looks like we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Oh. It's so bizarre too how it's like it seems like it's spaced out really evenly. Like every 20 minutes. I wonder what my computer's doing every 20 minutes. Oh, so in speaking of the Match Play ad, I was thinking, well, I'll give myself a couple days before the deadline, because it's such a simple idea, you know. Like it would be very easy to film me talking, you know, while a match burns down. So 2 days before I need to have the video done, I go out to make it. It's just too windy. I mean, it's only 10 miles an hour wind, but like trying to get a match to burn down that long and time it out with the script was like actually really challenging. So then it was like 30 miles an hour of wind the next day. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's the night before it's due. I'm out there. I'm just like moving the basket around to just try and find a windbreak in my yard. And I found the best, stillest spot that I could. It was still, I went through 2 boxes of matches. So something like 40 plus takes, burned my finger a couple times. And then finally, I only successfully completed it twice. Really once technically, because the second one like would have worked, but I stumbled over a lot of the words. And then that one, I'm like, you know what? We're calling that good. Okay. What else? Well, there's so much going on at DGA right now. It's very exciting. Lots of stock discs. You guys got to check out the site. World's discs dropping next week at the tournament. We'll have SP Bonsai's Proline Breakers after that. We will actually have several new exciting things coming that are already... Ooh, man, gosh. I can't even tease it. But there's hundreds of things in boxes at DGA right now that we're not even going to be talking about till we get back. But they're pretty cool. And then I also wanted to mention the replay while I have you. We'll probably end a little early today. Normally I go 4 to 5. The replay is going strong. We've gotten a lot of submissions, but I wanted to again just plug the fact that like, hey, this is a real program. In case you're not aware, we are giving away 18 Mach 7s to a disc golf community. And the only prerequisite for signing up is just that you have a plan for what to do with your existing baskets. The idea is you get 18 new Mach 7s, you take your existing baskets and you make a new course, or you upcycle older baskets at a different course, and then those baskets go somewhere, kind of a domino effect. So it's really pretty simple. But it's more than what a lot of people have done. So a lot of the applications are somebody who would just like go right now, like, oh yeah, I'll go apply. And then as they're applying, you can tell they're thinking through, well, if we were awarded these baskets, we would probably, I should show you guys some of there's a handful of submissions that are just like, I need these 18, this is no one in particular, but basically the style would be, I need these new 18 Mach 7s because then I could have a course at my house that me and my friends could use. Like not even, oh man, fun stuff. Okay. What I'm saying is we're going to give these baskets away. Like somebody is going to get them. And it's the person that actually takes the time to have some conversations. Like hey, like, okay, that course right there has been in the ground for 20 years. And then I know that there's these schools with some property over on this side of town. So maybe I'll have a conversation with the athletic director there. Maybe I'll talk to the local club and say, hey, I want to apply for this program. Can I get a couple signatures? Like, if we were awarded this, we would take these baskets. We'd put 9 of them at this elementary school, and we put 9 of them at this city park. And here's the league saying that they'll pitch in. Here's the athletic director of the school saying, go for it. Here's the director of Parks and Rec in this county saying they'd be happy to install them if they got these upcycled baskets for free. It doesn't take that much, but already your application is miles ahead in the running for who's going to get this. So worth the extra effort. I made a video about the 2022 replay. I'm going to share that with you guys real fast.
I never thought it would happen, and here we are. Thank you, DGA, for giving us the opportunity to have new baskets for free. Thank you for allowing 5,000 kids in our community to be able to learn disc golf that may otherwise not have that access to it. So if your course needs new baskets, fill out the survey, come up with a plan, and you could be sitting here a year from now with new baskets at your course.
We came up with the idea of the replay program as a way for courses, park departments to have an opportunity to get new baskets, but also offer up a solution for their existing baskets.
Please check out the DGA replay program. It's worked for us. It's been a fantastic asset. I encourage you to check it out and sign up.
So discgolf.com/replay if you want to learn more, and that is where you would ultimately go to apply. But if you haven't had those conversations, like, go there, check out the page. But, like, pro tip, get a couple decision makers buy-in before you actually sign up. Brad, yeah, Caesar, who is the point man on the replay, gets to read each one of those wonderful entries. Adam Montgomery, Florence Tuscumbia. Oh, man. Probably not pronouncing that right. The sport is blown up. We now have 3 18-hole courses and supposed to have up to 3 more courses. That's really cool. Oh, good. Yeah, Brad Silvers, who is representing Young's Run, who is the 2021 replay winner. He was featured in the first part of that video, and we had him on a few weeks ago. Brad has been so on top of it. So same thing that I was just talking about. Brad's application is now kind of the template for us because he had, conversations with the local league and 4 different schools to plan on putting like 3 baskets, upcycle 3 baskets to like 4 different schools and then 6 of them someplace else. So Brad had a great plan. It was really impressive. And then he has followed through. They've already installed a couple of those schools. They've got the Mach 7s in, and they've already gotten some of the upcycled baskets in at a few of the schools. It sounds like he's even dropped a few new pictures and updates into us today. That's awesome. Hey, thanks, Molly. Ben's final score is not winning him anything this time. He had the best par save of his life on hole 14, and he had fun. Okay. You say that, but actually we did. we did for a while, Molly. So yeah, there's definitely it hasn't gone unnoticed. I think it doesn't take much to show people that I made an effort to take care of myself. I don't know what that says about the typical me, but I'm not going to think about it too much. Pro tip of the day from Team Pro Ben Sorensen. When the heat index is 100 plus, 64 ounces of water, the minimum I would bring for a round. Yeah, like how much is this? Doesn't even say. This probably isn't 64 ounces though, huh? So bring more than this. All right. I will. All right, folks. I think we're going to shut this thing down. Oh, hey, sorry. I missed a couple. D-line Reefs coming back. That's a good question, Jeff, if you're still around. I don't know how much to get into that, but I actually said that exact same thing at a recent meeting. We were talking about other things coming up, and I'm like, reefs. That'd be kind of fun. And everybody really respects my opinion, Jeff. You can imagine what those office meetings are like. I said D-line Reefs, and everybody's just like, wow, Tyler, you have great ideas. And I'm just, you are a meaningful and valued member of this team. That's how I remember it going down. Anyway. And then what are the flight numbers for the Tremor? Sean, if you're still around, the Tremor is a 6.5. Hang on. I really need to get some flashcards and just get all these committed to memory. The tremor is, yes, a 6.5 -4 1. 6.5 -4 1. So 6 mid-range speed, glide 5, mega glide on that thing, mega turn at -4. Is that the most turningest disc that we have? It could be. Very little fade. That looks like 28 to 30 ounces. Yeah, it's like 2 liters of water. Oh, the sail's the turningest disc. Okay. Flight numbers aren't real, man. Yeah, nobody needs to be out in that heat. Oh, wait. All week next week. Am I right, Kelly? 100 degrees. Kelly and I sweating to the oldies with these two amazing discs at the DGA booth at AM Worlds. You're welcome, Sean. Anything for a mate from Manchester. Oh my gosh. Wait. Don't go anywhere. Oh my gosh. This is like one of the biggest items to talk about. I can't believe I almost... that's so funny. Okay, hang on. All right. Three. Okay, and boom. All right, got it. Okay. Hey, starting yesterday, but going through Monday, it's our Father's Day sale going on right now at discgolf.com. 15% off almost everything. It's a site-wide 15% off sale. It's already, there's no coupon code. It's already applied. So just go look. You'll see a lot of things are on sale. So listen, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's like some of these brand new stock items we've been talking about, like Stone Steadies, Proline Hypercanes, maybe. Like there's some things on there that are new to the site that are actually going to be 15% off until Monday or through Monday. Mock lights, the Traverse, the Disclaimer, water bottles, shirts, hats, discs, 15% off. So it excludes, basically it's easier to talk about what isn't 15% off than what is, because it's site-wide, but it excludes permanent baskets, other sale items, obviously, and specialty discs. So like probably not Tour Series discs, but stock discs, mock light training basket. This weekend would be a great time to get a mock light if you don't have a training basket option. Wait, what? AM Worlds might be a go again. Nice. Forecast has come down by 1 or 2 degrees. Oh, okay, cool. Well, we'll have an extra 10 or 15 minutes before we die of heat stroke then. Yeah, we're gonna need to bring a lot of beer to stay hydrated out there. Just a whole... That's how it works, right? All the other... I'm bringing the cooler since I'm driving out there, so I should have done it to troll Kelly and then just showed up with cameras and like, he's like, you brought the water, right? I'm like, well, I mean, open it up. It's just filled with beer. We'll be fine. Party at the DGA tent. Hey, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Speaking of a pro tip, you don't have to be a parent to take advantage of this sale. We don't check. We don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell, guys. You could be any human being in the whole world, and you could go to discgolf.com and take advantage of the Father's Day sale. You don't even have to be a good dad. No prerequisites. Money. Money is the only thing that we kind of like check for, in that we won't send you stuff until you give us the money. So with the exception of money, we don't care about anything that you are. But it is to honor fathers. So, happy Dad's Day. What should I do, guys? Molly said, hey, Father's Day is Sunday. What do you want to do that day? Like, it's up to me. You know, it's Father's Day. Honoring fathers. What do you want to do? And so I asked, can I say this? What level of cuss words are we allowed to say on the live stream? I just responded, I'm like, yeah, what did I do for you on Mother's Day? Let's use that as a guide. And she said, my sister-in-law made us brunch. I'm like, okay. So nothing then. So wouldn't you say that I also deserve nothing for Father's Day since I did nothing for you? And then she said, hey, stop being a little bee about it and tell me what you want for Father's Day. But she didn't say bee. Not appropriate. Beer is mostly, yeah, there you go. Perfect. So frustrating. What the heck? You know, I know, that's what I was thinking, Tex. I almost didn't restart the live stream because we're at an hour, but I remembered that Alexa is going to do that thing at 5 o'clock, and we're only like a minute away now. Alexa, volume 8. I think that should be the official end of the stream from now on out. Okay, but was that... Okay, that was like another 20 minutes. Interesting. I wonder if it's like on the dot every 20 minutes or something. It's definitely pretty consistent. Sean. Yeah, well, just in good faith, you should just award yourself something. All right, we're almost there. Discgolf.com, 15% off site-wide through Monday for Father's Day. Volume 10. Volume 10. What? Are you insane? It goes to 11.
It's 5 o'clock on Friday. Celebrate the start of the weekend with your Alexa routine. Hope you have a good one.
You too, Alexa. I hope you have a good one.
I Hope by Gabby Barrett from Apple Music.
Oh, wow. This is a whole thing. Okay, look at this. This is interesting. So, at 5 o'clock, it says, it's 5 o'clock. Play crowd cheers. Send notification. Oh, I could change the text. Oh, my gosh. Yes. I think. I'm going to change the text to say something about... Alexa. Alexa, stop. Stop. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging through the 3 crashes. That's just going to be a consistent part of the stream from here on out, and we need to just have a... Is that the drinking game? I don't know. Every time the stream crashes, see if you can get to discgolf.com and complete a purchase before the stream comes back. Okay, that'll be a way we can make this thing work. Thanks for watching, everybody. Signing off. Have a good weekend. Throw DGA discs at DGA baskets. And I will see you guys live streaming from Indiana next week with Kelly. We're going to do some live streams, do a lot of social posts from Am Worlds. Have a good one. Peace out.